Being on camera is one of the most valuable skills you can build as a content creator. But what if just the idea of pressing record feels overwhelming or even paralyzing? That's exactly what we're going to cover in this video today. As a content creator myself, gaining nearly 50,000 subscribers in just over a year with my new channel and creating a six-figure business with it, I can tell you that honing this skill is uber important for your growth and building a business on YouTube. So if you can master the art of getting comfortable on camera as soon as humanly possible, you will succeed faster. So let's do this. Before we get to the steps, I want to explain quickly where the majority of this discomfort comes from so we can address it head on. If you're just starting out on YouTube, the chances are you've probably watched a gazillion highly edited, very polished hours of videos created by other creators, right? With perfect lighting, perfect audio, and probably a whole team behind them. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you're probably thinking, how the heck could I ever do that? How the heck could I get to that level? I could never speak like that. I could never have my videos look like that. And that thought freezes you. So instead of starting, you spiral into all these negative thoughts about yourself and how you could never achieve this and why should you even start? So you become hyper aware of the fact that you're not there yet, that the finish line is way too far away, and that everyone else seems to be miles ahead of you. But here's the truth. Every single YouTuber that you admire started exactly where you are, lost and feeling hopeless. In this video, I want to help you stop obsessing about the finish line and start focusing on the necessary steps you need to take in order to eventually get there. Because that's how we make progress. You do not need to master everything at once. We start small and build from there. No one's first video is amazing, but taking the step or taking that first step is amazing. So let's get into it. Step number one is ground zero. Get your phone or your camera, find a place in your house, in your car, wherever that ideally is quite quiet, ideally where you feel relaxed and alone. I emphasize alone because when I first started YouTube, I could not have anyone else in my house while I made the video. If there was anyone in the near vicinity of me, I shut down, I clammed up, I couldn't present the words or the topics or the ideas in the way that I wanted to. So if you are that type of person too, don't add to your stress. Do it when no one else is in the house. Wait till everyone's gone and then start filming your videos. Then set it up. Put your camera, your phone on books, lean it against the window, whatever you need to do, but then hit record and talk. And I want you to talk for 2 to 3 minutes. Nothing fancy, no script, just speak to the camera. The only criteria here is to talk about something you know about. And if you're not sure what to talk about, here's a few ideas. Number one, tell the story of how you met your partner. Number two, share the first time you overcame something, a fear, or learned how to do something, a talent that you have. Or number three, talk about something you've always wanted to do that's on your bucket list, but you haven't done it yet. Talk about your favorite food or your favorite sports team or your favorite singer, your favorite musician, or your favorite anything really. But talk to the camera about a topic that you know about and that you feel passionate about. And while you are talking about that topic, I want you to answer questions like what, where, when, how, who, etc., right? So what happened? Where did it happen? When did it happen? How did it happen? Why did it matter to you? How did it change you? Etc., etc., etc. This video is not meant to be posted. It's not meant to garner likes or comments or grow your channel. In fact, the point of this video that you're making is to create that first video. The one that you get to go back to months from now when you are rolling in the dough on YouTube and have a successful business, and you can go back to that video to see where you started, to see how far you have come after thousands of subscribers are on your channel. So don't stress yourself with imagining that this is going to be posted. It's not. This is for practice. So no need to panic. No one is going to see this video but you. So next step then is to watch your video back. But here's the caveat. I want you to watch it back as if you are a stranger watching your video so you can be completely objective. I know it's hard to be completely objective watching our own work, but I really want you to try to get into that mindset that you don't know this person and you're giving them feedback. And what I want you to do while you're watching it is to write down 3 or 4 areas where you could improve on this video. So for example, common things that I see with my clients is maybe fidgeting, maybe always constantly fixing your hair in the video, or maybe you're talking too fast because you're so nervous and you don't know what to say, and so everything's just coming out like that. Or maybe you're talking too slow because you're just thinking and nothing is coming to you. Or maybe you're looking at the camera and you're not looking away because you just want to get it out and you don't want to move. Or maybe you're not looking at the camera ever. Maybe you're always looking around the room. But whatever you notice, it's all good things. It's fantastic things. And I want you to be proud that you noticed it, because awareness is huge. And you aren't posting this video, but most people do, right? Most people make that video and post it, but you're not doing that. You are looking at it as a way to figure out what you need to work on in order to improve this skill of camera confidence. So knowledge is power, and now you have the power to change what you are noticing, to improve, to make your videos better before you even post one, which is awesome, right? It puts you miles ahead of other people. And here's an additional question that I like to tell my clients to ask themselves after they finish this process of watching the video and writing down ways they can improve it, is to ask yourself, do you recognize yourself in this video? Or are you putting on a mask? Because that is incredibly important to notice. If you do not recognize yourself, you are not being authentic, and that will kill your growth faster than anything else. So again, don't judge, just take notes. Build your awareness on how you can improve from here. Okay, now let's move on to step number 3. And that is to re-record and improve just one thing. Just one thing I want you to improve upon. So this time when you re-record, you focus on one of those areas that you wrote down on that piece of paper, those areas to improve. Maybe it's your pacing, maybe it's your eye contact, maybe it's loosening up a little bit before you get on the camera so that you're not super stiff and nervous. Maybe it's less hand movements, or maybe it's more hand movements. Just pick one, only one, because this is about improving 1% with each video. I know you've heard that on YouTube, but not a lot of people describe actually what that looks like, how to improve 1% with each video. So if you try to fix everything at once, your nervous system will freak out and you'll end up running for the hills. And that's not good, because then you give up. So keep it simple. Re-record and practice improving one thing. Okay, once you've done that, you go on to step number 4, and that is simply to repeat this process again. Yep, repeat step number 3 again, except choose something else to work on next when you re-record this next time. You don't get better by doing things once and then saying, now I know how to do it. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to practice and practice and practice. You can't master the tango by practicing it once for an hour in a dance class. No, you must go back to the dance studio time and time again and work on different things. Maybe you work on your upper body performance. Maybe you work on your lower body. Maybe you work on the pacing of your dancing or with your partner. But you have to practice multiple different things before you can master the art of doing the tango. Right? It's the same thing with YouTube. Why would you expect it to be any different? And hopefully this also helps you with your idea of improving. Maybe you feel like you're not improving fast enough. Well, imagine if you're learning something like the tango. You might be horrible at dancing, but you can get better. It is a skill you can learn. Just like being comfortable on camera, it is a skill you can learn. Now, I know this isn't glamorous. It's definitely not fast, but the thing is, it works. Every time you repeat this process, watch, reflect, re-record, you build confidence and clarity on what you need to improve. And you actually see your progress through each video because you are specifically targeting one thing to work on. And you'll be shocked at how quickly you can get better. Okay, next step, step number 5, start a new story. So once you've done a few rounds with that first story that you did, the first video you did, and you re-recorded it a few times, pick a new one. Another memory, another bucket list item, another challenge you overcame, and go through the same steps. Record, watch, reflect, improve, repeat. This is how you train for camera confidence. You don't read about it, think about it, watch other people do it. You do it yourself over and over and over again. And by the way, if you have a YouTube channel already, what you can do is go back to one of your most recent videos, watch it with this mentality of being an observer, and list different ways to improve. And then you could go re-record that video and add in one of those improvements to focus on. and see if you made it a better video. Okay, so then we move on to step number 6, which is to change your setup. Not necessarily your room, but change your location or do something different. It's time to switch it up a bit. So if you're sitting, try standing. If you're filming in your house, try doing a walking video. Try recording in your car. Try filming in a different room. But try something different, because if you are struggling and you feel like you're not improving, sometimes just changing your physiology will help, or your location will help. So you might notice a drastic improvement, and this might help you get further faster. For example, I had a client who, when they tried to film in their office, they became like professional, teacherly, very stiff and orderly. But then I was like, your true essence isn't coming through on the camera. I don't see the person I see in these calls, in my client calls, right? I didn't see the person that I saw in the Zoom call on the YouTube channel. And so I recommended trying to do something different, maybe standing, maybe remove the desk, because she was leaning on the desk a lot. She looks very dominant, like leaning on a desk forward. And so I said, remove the desk, get on a stool, don't have a seat where you can lean back and chill, be upright. Then we tried standing, then we tried walking in the woods, and she found her sweet spot walking in the woods. Because walking in the woods, she has a lot of things distracting her, and she couldn't always just think about herself being on camera and feel awkward. So it actually was a great distraction for her so that she could focus on something else besides just her. So that's why I say in this step, you want to change it up a bit, try something different. If you're trying to improve and you've hit a wall or you've hit a plateau, try filming in a different location. Try standing versus sitting, all of those things. Okay, then that leads me to step number 7. Once you're comfortable on camera, because you've done all this hard work, you've put in the reps, you've tried different things, you've improved all those things on your list, this is now where you start looking at things like lighting, audio quality, background quality. And again, we're not trying to be perfect, but we want to try to elevate your presence. You will always continue to improve your camera presence, of course, but now you can start enhancing other elements that are incorporated in that camera presence. And if you need to choose one of these things, lighting, audio, background, I would choose audio because it makes the biggest impact. So if you're trying to decide between buying a new camera or buying a microphone or buying lighting, I would focus on buying a microphone. Step number 8. And that is to talk about a real topic that is important to you and that relates to your channel and what you want to post on your channel. And so now it's time to record your first real video, something aligned with your actual channel topic. And I want you to do this video including all of those things you've learned up to this point. And here's an optional step. If you feel comfortable, share it with a friend, get feedback, maybe your partner or someone you trust. But I will say this, only share it if you feel comfortable and are capable of taking feedback. Because if they tell you something terrible or something that you don't want them to say, or maybe they're just honest with you and you can't handle that, that might create additional hurdle for you for moving forward. And to be honest, when I was growing my channel, I never showed my videos to anyone before posting them. I never asked for feedback. I didn't even tell anyone I was going on YouTube. So it just depends on what type of personality you are and if you can handle opinions. I personally just didn't want to hear the opinions of others because I just wanted to go all in and improve as quickly as possible. And here's another thing. So if you feel uncomfortable sharing your video with someone, you don't need to do that, because as soon as you post it to YouTube, you're going to get feedback right away. So the feedback you get from YouTube is in real time. And granted, it might take a second if you're a brand new channel before you even get views, but once you start getting views, you're going to get the feedback anyway. So it's just up to you what you feel comfortable with and what you want to do. And of course, once you've created this video about this topic that will go on your channel, you can repeat steps 2 through 4 in this video to really refine it and get it to the highest quality you possibly can before you post it. But just remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. So I'm giving you this advice to increase your camera confidence and to tell you it's not a talent, it's a skill, and skills can be built. So that's wonderful news. However, what I don't want you to do with this video is to take these ideas of how to improve your videos and let it stop you. So if all of this feels like a lot to do, it's too overwhelming, then just make a video and post it. You will get better every time you post a video, but only if you focus on something that you need to improve. So you must, at least at the bare minimum, watch your videos back and analyze, where could I improve? And then next video, just work on that one thing. Work on removing your ums and ahs. Work on having a better pacing. Work on fidgeting less. Whatever the thing is that you need to work on. but one step at a time over time, and you will succeed at this. Go ahead, get out there and hit record. And if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy this video next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.